Good evening, esteemed professors, distinguished guests, and honored participants. It is with great pleasure and pride that I welcome you all to this interactive session organized by Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, an institution commitment to academic excellence and leadership development. At DSPSR, we believe in creating opportunity that bridge the gap between academic learning and real-world corporate insight. Today, today's session, Leadership Development, is a testament to that mission. We are confident that this session will empower each one of you with valuable insight and practical strategies to grow as professionals and leaders. I, Ankita, Assistant Professor, DSPSR, we delight to have Mr. Narottam Kumar as session speaker and Professor Satyendra Kumar Singh as moderator of the session. Join us today to share their insights and experiences. We welcome you, sir.
Yeah, good
Thank
evening,
you.
ma'am. Good evening, all the people available here, all my young minds and champs available there in the
Okay.
courses of BA, BBA, BCom. So they are in the learning phase right now.
Okay. Before moving further, we shall proceed with lighting of lamp, a traditional that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and awakening of knowledge. May the light of May the light of learning continue to guide us on our path to grow and leadership. I request IT team to please play the lighting of lamp. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Arun, sir. Now it is with great pride and immense pleasure that I welcome Mr. Narottam Kumar. He is currently serving as an executive in HR at BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, BAP, RANIPET under the Ministry of Heavy Industry, Government of India. He brings with him valuable academic and professional experience, having previously worked as guest faculty assistant professor at prestigious institutes such as Deen Dayal Upadhyay College and Cluster Innovation Center, University of Delhi. Academically, Mr. Kumar holds a BSc Honours in Physics from DDUC and from an MBA in HRD from University of Delhi. He has also qualified NET in three subjects: labor welfare, commerce, and JRF in labor welfare, reflecting his strong foundation in both theoretical and applied aspects of HR and labor studies. His diverse background across academic and public sector industry positions him as well as rounded professional in field of human resource and labor relation. On the behalf of all of us, I extend a warm welcome to Narottam Kumar. We are honored your presence and inspired by your journey. We look forward to learning from your experience, your vision, and your leadership as we continue to shape the future of future. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Satyendra Kumar Singh. He is a distinct academician, seasoned administrator, and expert in marketing management, currently serving as the director of Divine International Group of Institution affiliated with Jivaji University, Gwalior. A proud alumnus of Indian Air Force, Dr. Singh brings over 2 decades of defense service experience in mechanical engineering, having worked extensively on MiG 21 and Mirage 2000 aircraft. He holds a PhD in management from Jivaji University, and his academic journey includes an MBA from IGNOU, MCOM from MDS University at Ajmer, and BBA from Anamia University as approved PhD guide. He currently mentors doctoral candidates in management. Dr. Singh has taught at various esteemed institutions covering subjects such as marketing management, business ethics, organizational behavior, and intellectual property rights. More than 55 national and international conference presentations, 15 published research papers, and multiple awards from the best research papers. His contribution to academic is both deep and wide. His leadership, combined with academic and real world expertise, continue to inspire and guide the next generation of professionals. Your valuable presence add great strength to today's event and to all our participants join us from different places eager to learn and grow. I again extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker and our moderator and respected faculty members, and most importantly all our participants. Your presence here reflects your commitment to learning and personal growth. Let us make this 1 hour true enriching experience. Now, I would like to hand over this session to Professor Satyendra Kumar sir.
Thank you, Ankita ma'am. I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I basically thank each and all, and particularly Professor Ajay Kumar Singh sir for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this beautiful program where we are here to discuss next 1 hour regarding the leadership for our young students. So again, thank you very much. Thank you, our today's speaker, Sri Narottam Kumar ji. Are you listening, Narottam Kumar sir?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir, it is
So,
audible.
आपका स्वागत है आज के प्रोग्राम में और हमें लगता है कि आज आपके जो अनुभव हैं particularly in the field of academics or in the field of corporate, I think you are our Narottam ji is working with at present as in Vail as a HRE, HR executive, and it's a really one of the state government's engineering, electrical and engineering organization where he might have touched the life of many employees actually. So it's a great that today you are with us, and I'm hopeful that today students will definitely and our audience and all audible people whoever is available and connecting to us will get a benefit out of this program, sir. So should I start with, sir?
Yes, sir, we can start.
Sure. So before I'll put up some question posed by the students and from various corners, I would like to have some insight about your journey, what you basically started as an academician and reached to this corporate world, sir.
After having my master's degree, I had a net in labor welfare, and was looking for a job in teaching specifically. Teaching in job is a plus point that what you have learned, you start explaining it to the students and try to get know the latest things which you may not be knowing. Like teaching is a ever learning process. I joined in Cluster Innovation Center. There I had my batch with BTech students. All BTech students mainly dealing with the IT and mathematical innovation subjects. So there I taught, and subsequently after that, for 1 year of my assignment there, I moved to the next assignment in Deen Dayal Upadhyay College. There I had students from all the fields, be it arts, be it commerce, and from sciences. There were subjects that were dealing with the subjects, basically the IT applications in the real world, because Delhi University has gone with a new course of structure where you are not only going to read and study the basic your subject domain, but also a applied aspect. So I used to take the classes of HRM and this, and simultaneously these things. mainly teaching the students of the Excel and these. Teaching in this scenario, I was looking for other opportunities, and I got an opportunity to work with BHEL. So I joined as an organization in a BHEL after the teaching assignment. During the teaching, there were many things I learned. There was one conference I was part with it. That was a big conference. So being a part of faculty, I became part of there. I learned. I had a good relations. I made new relationship with the people of the academic world there. Yes, this is what I can say about my brief teaching experience.
Now that's a great, quite impressive one.
Yeah.
Sir, you did in fact 3 NET and
Yes.
Commerce JRF actually, and
Yes.
particularly the candidate who is interested to pursue their career in the field of academics, they understand the importance of NET actually, because this
Yes.
is the basically platform ticket for entry in the field of academics.
Yes, sir.
So would you please elaborate which are the subject in which you have completed your NET actually?
Sir, I have NET in labor welfare. It is a code specifically number 55 that deals with HRM, personal management, and labor welfare. To separate, we normally say only labor welfare. This commerce, and the other one is sociology. That is some of the subject that is also close to my heart, because
Okay.
it gives a broader aspect of being in HRM specifically. HRM OB is one component of
Okay.
sociology in it.
Okay.
So dealing with this labor welfare net, sir, it not only opens the panorama of teaching experience, but many of the PSUs also opt and take the score of number 55 UGC net as their entrance examination score. You need not to write the entrance examination score. You can directly apply the forms, go for interview, and that score of your net would be a part in the entrance into the PSU sector. So it is.
That-
It is much more of a. It is the number 55 is much more having a broader aspect.
Okay. So
Yes.
that's a quite impressive, in fact.
Yes.
See, the many of our stakeholders might be interested to understand how to prepare for their NET actually. So would you please guide them how they can prepare? See, the students may be in the class of BBA, BCom, or maybe at the level of PG, maybe faculty members who might not have completed their NET. So would you please guide them how to prepare for those examinations actually?
So preparation of examination, any of the examination, be it NET, GATE, or whichever we want, we need to learn the crux of the examination, what the basic examiner want. So in my journey, what I understood is whenever you have an examination, first check the previous year papers, the syllabus, the latest syllabus that they want. These two things would give the examiner mindset how the paper would be set. The next is try to assess and evaluate what all are your strong points. The strong points, then you need to work into 80-20 rule simply. You need to have that these topics would fetch me 80% of my score, and the remaining 20% are these topics. You need to devote your interest accordingly. You need to make a 50-50 arrangement, or as per your wish. We need to have a grip on most of the topics which the examiner mindset would be asking. This is a basic thing what I have in preparation of any of the examination.
Thank you, sir. So before we move to next questions, I would ask the audience if any of audience is interested to ask something from Narottam, sir. Any students or any other faculty members or any of the audience if interested? Is there anyone? I don't think. So I don't think. Okay, so we'll move to next questions. Sir, as a academician you have having the one of the best knowledge in the subject. That basically your net scoring and GRF shows. Now you are working as a HR executive over one of the reputed institutions of Indian government. How you feel that what you studied in HR and what is being implemented at the floor actually? How is there any contradiction while implementing HR policies and regulation on the floor, sir?
So policies and regulations, being a PSU, we do not have much contradiction, or you can say this is negligible. This is almost negligible. Being in a BHEL, you may be everyone may be aware of the fact that this organization focuses much more in HRD. If we study the aspect of quality circles, what we have, among PSUs, BHEL was one of the pioneer. And coming to here, after here, coming in this organization, I got to know about one of the former key persons of the organization, Krishnamurthy. The same person was a pioneer who made the three organizations of India most successful. One, BHEL, he joined in the initial phase and he worked relentlessly, gained experience. Then later he made SAIL, and third one, are Maruti. So he is a person who was the key person who made Maruti 800, or the so-called the favorite car of India at that time period. The HR aspect here is much more of a policy driven. The policies are made, thoroughly discussed with the key stakeholders, unions, all people working there, all other stakeholders, government and others, and it is made, there is no violation, or we can say it is not in the sync with the academic world. Yeah, there are many things that organizations are working on which academics may not be aware, and there may be many things the academics are working on and organizations may not be aware of it. This gap would always be there, and people try to minimize it, but for having a edge over other organizations, at times we need to hide them also.
Great. Sir, as we are aware that in this leadership program, many of our BBA, BCom aspirants will be there. Even our faculty members will also be with us, are with us. So, would you please guide them if they want to pursue their career, take up their career in the field of PSUs like BHELM, BHEL, how they should prepare for it actually?
Sir, preparation of any of the examination is similar what I had said in the net. You need to know the mindset, what the person wants from you for clearing the examination. If the end success is your goal, we need to assess it first. Second, we need to have a calendar when the forms would be out. You need to check the syllabus. Then there would be a slightly flare difference in each organization. You need to manage it. I had told that in the aspect of many of the PSUs, like specifically, there is a division in PSUs how they are going to recruit the people. It is not a single one yardstick that would be applicable in all PSUs. Organization like BHEL, Coal India, and they are using this. They are conducting their own entrance examination. So the examination, there would be slightly difference, and the weightage would be different in each of the organization. There would be 25-25 or 20 or 20-75, 20-80, whatever may be the rule there. We need to prepare ourselves accordingly. In BHL, there's a single entrance examination, then interview, and you need to make it into the merit list as per the latest revised lines. Whereas if you go in organization like Coal India Limited, they are having a similar one, but NTPC, one of the prestigious organization to work with, or they are having the score that is given by net, and they would be using it to shortlist the candidate for interview. So in most of the PSUs, the scale would be almost similar. There would be minor differences to work, and structure would be almost similar, but the entrance system would be different. So it is dependent on which grounds you want to go, what all are your area of interest, and where you want to work also, sir. Organizations like DVC, Damodar Valley Corporation, is having a separate area and location, so a person may be able to relocate himself. Organization like NTPC and BHEL, they are having a pan-India approach, and in many cases, it is global also. You may be posted in global postings also. So we need to have the assessment. Like most of the students are of a BBA and BCom presently available. So these students need to assess the opportunities available to them just after BBA and BCom also. BHEL is having a finance and HR wing. The HR wing is having BBA students. When after BBA, a person may be inducted into the grades of supervisors, and a BCom student would be inducted into the onboarded with a supervisor roles in the finance domain. This is a, sir, a broader aspect of working in a PSU, of entering into it.
That's a great. In fact, I hope the particularly BBA and BCom students must have got this benefit of understanding that how they can go and what are the opportunity in the PSUs, particularly in BHEL actually.
Yes,
so one lighter questions. How you compare life uh, in academic field or in the field of corporate actually? You because you have worked at both places actually, so as a academician or as a HR executive. So how the life is different at both places actually?
sir,
It's a person.
it is like comparing apple and oranges.
Okay.
So yeah, I had worked in a single organization of in under a umbrella of Delhi University. So
Okay.
there you had a life in Delhi. Presently, I am posted in a place near to Vellore, almost 40 kilometers. So it is a suburb location. We had our
Okay.
own township, much more of a enclosed area, a cocoon.
Okay.
So this is a, and going with the working life. There we had a different challenges. We had a scheduled area that we need to work 40 hours. We need to complete this syllabus. We need to work in this domain. Here the work is 8 hours a day. That may be extended up to 12 at times, according to the organizational demand. And challenges would be, you would be having today morning you would be facing with something, and evening it would be a totally contrasting thing. So yeah, it is a challenging thing. Most of the things what we had learned in labor law we are applying here. So that is a, that what we learn from book, that we learn from ground here.
Great.
Yeah.
See, basically, if you go to government sector or public sector, people who work over there at senior level, particularly you are in HR, the HR field. So people are having complained that there is a mismatch between the quality of people you need, yeah, or number of people you need and number of people available on the floor actually. So is that crisis also available with BHEA?
Sir, the number exactly available, there would be some mismatch because recruitment in PSUs is not as in the private sector that you require today, you go in market and hire it. It is driven by the organizational mandate of the government of India. There would be some rules and regulation that we need to comply. Quality of the people, in reality, the all the competitors of PSUs are hunting for people in the PSUs to join their organization. This is a bitter truth.
One more question related to this. Particularly if you talk in the field of government organization, so once people join, they feel their job is permanent in nature, and their the output, what is expected and what actually we get varies actually. And that is basically reason many public sector company, they have basically started with the contract manufacturing or getting job done through the third party. So is Rail is also using those type of activity?
Sir, it's a commercial organization. Its motive is nation building with profit. Simply. Now, coming to your point, the having ancillaries outside of organization in BHL is not a new thing. I had told you about the Krishnamurti, sir. There's a one book, his autobiography. I recommend to most of the people to go through it once, of how organizations are made in different area, in different era, and in different perspective. He had worked in all the three kind of like this. There's one SAIL, there is one BHEL, and there is one Maruti. Initially, when he was working with Maruti, it was a government company. So the base, if we consider that this organization is a sole organization and it is going to manufacture and do everything, starting from making of nuts to the biggest of the machinery that the organization is making, the entire power plant. That is neither in a perspective in a domain that the technology permits you nor the work demands. So we need to have few of the things under our control. We need to leave few things others to our ancillaries and our vendors. So this is a normal thing in organizations and PSU specifically.
One more thing related to the organization. As we all day to day hearing about the union actually.
Okay.
So I hope there must be a union, a labor union in BHEL also. And how labor union is affecting the productivity of whale actually.
Sir, BHL is a public sector undertaking. It is having labor union. It is having trade unions available at all organization at all levels. Even at the higher level, there would be associations available. And if we go, it is available in all the field, but they are constructive. It's a constructive management perspective rather than considering it to be in a negative sense. At times, there would be the mandate of government of India also, there would be rules that they would be even sitting with the board of directors to discuss of many of the issues. At plant level, there would be one plant council as mandated by the ID Act. There would be work councils, there would be shop councils. So there are different level. In fact, specifically in BHEL, the quality circle, if we say the quality circles, the entire agenda which in first in among PSUs BHEL adopted, it is driven by them only, sir. The entire productivity. So it is not a negative, it is a positive side.
That's great. In fact, that is what constructive contribution is actually.
Yes.
If we can, and that's in fact its credit goes to HR also actually. I think the HR role increases in channelizing the efforts, or you can say the good thing of trade union or labor union towards getting productivity increased actually. So congratulations to the HR available over there, because HR has to get interactive with the trade union, labor union, and great. It's a great thing that you have a positive insight about the trade union, and you appreciate their efforts in the field of getting your productivity increased, productivity of the whale get increased actually. हम मेरे ख्याल से हम लोग दो लोग बात कर रहे हैं और हमारे बीच इतने अच्छे एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, तो आप में से अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस पुट करना चाहे, कोई ऑडियंस से कोई क्वेश्चंस हो, तो मैं अगेन पूछ रहा हूं कि वो अपना क्वेश्चन पुट कर सकते हैं. कोई पूछना चाहेंगे, कोई प्रश्न?
Mr. Dhyan, do
Well,
you
I
have
have a
any
question.
question? for Narottam.
Yes, sir.
See, BHEL in itself is a entity which is in competition with similar kind of organizations.
Yes.
They are both domestic and international.
Yes, sir.
Plus, BHEL also has a responsibility towards the nation for maintaining its defense systems, manufacturing of railway engines, etc., etc. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you actually need a union there? Shouldn't the decision of productivity raise be business driven rather than you have to negotiate with somebody?
Sir, if we say that we are going to in this aspect, having unions, it makes the work of HR bit easier also. When we have union in our shop, and just in a lighter
No,
note,
no, no, no. Question
huh,
is not whether
huh,
HR work is easy or tough.
huh,
Question is, in principle,
yes,
in theory,
yeah,
should business decisions be driven by business or by way of negotiation between union?
sir, you only told that BHEL is helping in the nation building. The employees of BHEL working at workman level to the lowest to the highest, they all are part of this nation. If there are any of the grievances available and they are not being shared with the management in proper time, the productivity is going to decrease. So having a union in the in the HR perspective is good. In the perspective of business, the person working on shop level at working at the direct machine with time gains experience, that experience would be utilized in the systems known as quality circle and other things. I told about the book At the Helm. This is a book by Krishnamurti. Going through it, I only get to know that when he started the work Maruti at our Udyog Vihar in Gurgaon, first thing he made is motivated people to have a union. It was a PSU that was trying to make the people's car, that was trying to make a nation building thing. And he also, at the time, he also promoted having a union.
Okay, let me ask you in a different way. I want to modernize Indian railway system as CEO of BHEL. Make it at par with Japan.
Yes.
Which requires severe automation, severe training, entire revamp of the way we manufacture.
Yes, sir.
And I decide to go ahead with it.
Yes, sir.
In that, I don't need 20,000 people. Everything will be done by robots.
Yes.
And I only need 600 people. I give severance package to remaining people.
Yes, sir.
And the best performance I retain. Okay?
Yeah.
And remaining people, I ask them to go.
Yes.
What will happen?
The entire thing in a PSU is not the entire motive of a profit. Here, people are being hired.
And that is why we have the railways we have.
We are training people.
Companies like BHEL,
sir,
right?
A person with a simple diploma, he became a CMD of organization.
See, in principle,
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that is why Indian railway system is like Bangladesh. And Japan has gone ahead. They have upside down rails.
Japan is also having unions, sir. All organizations have unions.
But there, this concept of negotiation, bargaining, strikes, the Japanese law on union doesn't give them as much rights. See, why did Trade Union Act was enacted? Because there were atrocities on workers done by Britishers.
Yes.
It was enacted in 1927, right?
Yes.
Before freedom.
Yeah.
But nobody in parliament changed that act and times got changed.
Now there's a labor code that is code on industrial relation that is under pipeline. It needs to be notified.
You getting my point?
Yeah.
Times got changed, but
Hmm.
law is of 1927. So we are still in 1927.
No, we are not, sir. There are many
Exactly.
things that have changed.
Okay. Given the choice, if
Hmm.
you have to travel from Mumbai to Delhi,
Hmm.
you are based out of Delhi, right? Or Ranipet?
Yeah, near to Delhi only.
Okay.
Hmm.
Train fare is 5,000.
Hmm.
Air fare is also 5,000.
Yes.
Would you travel by train or would you travel by air?
Sir, traveling to Delhi from Chennai is 5,000. But if you need to travel from Chennai to Dehradun, the fare would be 17,000. The entire motive of PSUs and government organization is to make a regional balance. There, this regional balance is not being maintained by the organizations. So the entire concept of PSU was developed and made in India.
Hmm.
I hope this aspect, if we see, sir, Haridwar, BHL is having
Okay.
the biggest plant in Haridwar.
Okay. Why is Adani Railways so superior than Indian Railways?
Sir, Adani is only dealing with the uh, transportation of goods, in the goods. He is not in the passenger. The entire profit of Indian Railways comes from the sector of single segment of goods. It is the what we are having as a passenger railways. It is for the nation of having it in the loss itself. So at times for businesses, we need to decide that this area would be making loss. No worries. The other one would be making profit, and we need to
I
compensate.
somehow have a feeling that India is a backward country because of PSUs. Because
No,
none of
sir.
the PSUs work. DRDO, BHEL, HAL, all these companies are responsible for managing the defense systems of India. And our defense systems are not even worthy of 1960 defense systems of the world.
Sir,
So,
this is
and we are worried about negotiation. We are worried about welfare. We are worried about this. We are worried about that. We are worried about overtime.
sir. This perspective is like when we got independent in 1947, the status what we have reached, PSUs had made a major role. Today we normally say BSNL has simply taking an example BSNL. But if we hadn't had a BSNL, this rampant IT,
That is
this
precisely I'm saying.
huh,
I'm not questioning the pace.
huh,
I'm questioning the speed of the pace, the rate of pace,
the rate of the pace,
and change management
huh,
with the time.
huh. Change management is, sir, we cannot, every organization, every location, every organization have its own culture. We cannot compare apple and oranges, sir, simply.
Okay, another question.
Yeah.
In business world,
Yes.
organizations get created
Yes.
and they die their due death
Yes, sir.
when they are not needed by the business.
Yeah.
It's a jungle,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Beetle used to be the largest telephone manufacturing instrument manufacturer. Today,
Yes.
Beetle as a company doesn't exist.
Yes.
There were EPABX companies, there were fax companies, there were pager companies.
Hmm.
I mean, even imagine Nokia had monopoly in mobile phones. Today,
Now
Nokia
it
is
is
not there
lost. Now it is lost.
now.
Hmm.
Whereas it has not happened with PSUs.
Yes.
Why?
No.
No? Which PSU
They,
has died? You are keeping all PSUs on ICU
no.
and still nurturing them on taxpayers' money.
No, sir.
Now tell
There are
me,
many PSUs that are closed that have
which
been
one?
taken
Tell
over
me
by the
five.
others.
Tell me five.
If you go for the segment, if you go by only the name and buy only the product, then BHEL has made many things and it has left the product. Similarly, if you go with the PSUs also, HMT used to make watches, it is not making now. There are many organizations that have been taken over by the other PSUs and they are working now. Many of
Like,
them, yes, sir. There are PSUs that have been taken by BHEL itself.
no. You are, see, PNB is not doing well, so it is taken over by SBI. It doesn't mean that SBI is a great bank. When I go to SBI branch, I feel sick. And when I go to ICICI Bank branch, I feel happy. Simply by basic things like technology, the kind of people they have, the kind of culture they have, the kind of offices they have. SBI में ऐसी लाइनें लगती हैं और 1 बजे लंच टाइम हो गया तो भाई साहब किसी के मजाल नहीं है कि उससे काम करवा दे।
Sir, we have
आप यस बैंक चले जाओ, वो लंच को खाने को टाइम नहीं है उनके पास लंच करने के लिए।
Sir, we have great expectations from PSU. I can expect from you. First thing. Second, all PSUs, PSUs and PSBs, they are for serving people at an affordable rate that private sector is not able to provide. The minimum balance we need to maintain at SBI is till now 500 or 1000, and there are maximum accounts in these PSBs that are having zero balance. Whereas if we go in the private sector, they don't have this concept.
AQB is
So-
25,000. I know that.
Huh. So a
But they have
person,
less customers.
yes,
So it has to be balanced somewhere, right?
huh,
Everybody doesn't have an account in HDFC Bank.
yes,
So they have less customers, but PSU has very wide.
हाँ.
मोदी ने तो PSU को पूरे जनता के लिए अकाउंट खुला दिए हैं।
हाँ.
140 करोड़ आदमी का PSU में अकाउंट है।
huh. So
तो वो
people
तो
are
AQB zero
people
करके
have
maintain कर
been
सकते हैं। But
so
it's not about money. It's about culture.
so culture has evolved, sir. It has evolved drastically, and if you see in the total way, it takes time. All organization cultures,
How much
they
time, my
evolve.
dear friend? 70 years of independence.
Yes,
How much time you want?
70 years. If you see the culture, it is drastically changed, sir. If you see 20 years down the line, present, it is drastically changed. But this hire and fire rule, it do not work in the organization in PSU specifically. You need to have a solid ground to fire a person from here.
No. Wrong. It's not hire and fire. It is evolution.
Hmm.
It is about sustenance.
Yes.
For example, in private sector, you learn to survive. You change with time because you know your job will go.
Yes.
In PSU, you know the process is so long. First, you'll be given charge sheet, then there'll be domestic inquiry. Then you will challenge the domestic inquiry. Domestic inquiry will last for so many years. And then after that, the matter will go for conciliation.
Sir,
and then
I've
will
been
go for-
dealing with establishment. We close all the inquiries in 3 months.
Okay, let us say 3
So-
months. No problem.
So the time has changed. The work culture is changed. Yes.
And in Genpact, I will tell you, in Genpact, if you are not up to the mark, they will call you into the room and say that, Dhyan, it's not working out.
Hmm.
This is your compensation. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yes.
So Dhyan Chauhan knows very well
Hmm.
that there is no union support system.
Hmm.
There is no labor welfare.
Hmm.
He got to deliver
Hmm.
if he wants the money from the company.
Hmm.
Second question I have from you is, in all the new age ideas,
Yes.
which is the industry of the future,
Hmm.
like Ola, they
Hmm.
never use the distributor system.
Hmm.
1 lakh scooters sold in one day.
Hmm.
Factories totally closed because
Hmm.
whatever they manufacture got sold.
Hmm.
Uber,
Hmm.
Ola, they
Hmm.
outdated the entire travel industry.
Yes.
So many examples are there which are new age. Paytm.
Hmm.
तुम कितना भी भारत पे कर लो, लोग पेटीएम ही यूज करते हैं। नारियल पानी वाला पेटीएम ही चलाता है। Now,
सर
इस
उसका जो
industry में
उसका जो बैकग्राउंड था यूपीआई, who made it?
Agreed.
Who made that
नहीं, क्वेश्चन समझ
contribution?
लीजिए, क्वेश्चन समझ लीजिए।
हाँ सर.
इस एरियाज में पीएसयू क्यों नहीं आ रहे जहां पे आने वाले टाइम में ज्यादा पैसा है?
सर पीएसयू का मोटिव सिर्फ पैसा नहीं है ना, मैं आपको वही तो बोल रहा हूँ.
तो धंधा किस लिए खोल रखा है फिर?
धंधा ऐसे बिजनेसेस के लिए
सेवा
भी
के
खोल
लिए?
रहा है. हाँ.
टैक्स पेयर के कॉस्ट पे?
नहीं.
क्यों? सैलरी आप लोगों को कहां से मिल रही है जब कंपनी लॉस में है? तो हम दे रहे
सर
हैं।
कंपनी लॉस में है, आपको ये लग रहा है, बट वो ऐसे स्ट्रैटेजिक मटेरियल्स भी बनाती है जो आप बाहर नहीं दे सकते हो.
नहीं तो प्रॉफिट में होना चाहिए ना फिर।
कई बार आप अपना धंधा, आप अगर एक जगह पे, अगर आप, लेट्स गो विद द एग्जांपल ऑफ
बता दीजिए
बीएचईएल.
कौन सा पीएसयू है सिवा ऑयल कंपनीज के जो प्रॉफिट में है?
बीएचईएल इज इन प्रॉफिट.
नहीं,
NTPC is in profit.
मैं कह रहा हूँ
HCL is in.
सिवाय पावर कंपनीज के
हाँ, okay.
कौन सी PSU प्रॉफिट में है, बता दीजिए। DRDO प्रॉफिट में है।
सर DRDO को अगर आप R&D के ऊपर इतना हैवी स्पेंड कर रहे हो जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर नहीं कर रहा है अपना।
बट वो कर क्या रहा है R&D में? कौन सा प्लान बना दिया उसने? वो तो अब मोदी आया है तो उन लोगों ने कुछ छोटा बहुत बनाया भी है, पर 40 साल से कर क्या रहे हैं?
सर
तो मोदी आने के बाद इसका मतलब कुछ फर्क पड़ा है ना।
हाँ, मैं वही बता रहा हूँ,
डिफेंस
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चेंज हुआ है।
डिफेंस में जब एक्सपोर्ट
हाँ,
नहीं होता था, इंपोर्ट ही
अब हो
होता
रहा
था
है।
खाली, डिफेंस में एक्सपोर्ट शुरू हो गया।
हाँ,
इसका मतलब मोदी फैक्टर काम कर रहा है ना उसमें जो है।
बस।
जी, आई
चंद्रयान
एम
थ्री
जस्ट
जो
आई एम
है,
जस्ट गिविंग फूड फॉर
चंद्रयान
थॉट।
थ्री जो है वो लैंड कर गया वहां पे। ये मोदी फैक्टर मानते हो कि नहीं मानते हो, जब
नहीं,
वैक्सीन
बिल्कुल
जो
मानता
है
है। सी,
कोविड
आई एम जस्ट
19
गिविंग
में
फूड
बनी।
फॉर थॉट।
हम्म
So, sir, all profits are not for, not all businesses are not for profit. At times, we need to make our many of our businesses in loss also. If we say, if we make, if let us suppose in BHEL, if BHEL derives profit, then it would be cost of utility, electricity, trains. If you make this business in a profit way, from where it would be getting money? From electricity. What it would lead to? The electricity bills would increase. That electricity bill would increase, would create the ripple effect in the other sectors of economy also. Your other manufacturing industry, other industry would create problem. So at times we need to make many of the businesses in loss, and government is running those businesses. You can say in this perspective also.
Actually, in Narottam, the point what Dhyan is trying to bring on the table is that when people think that their job is secured,
Hmm.
they go into the domain of comfort zone, you can say, and they
Huh.
don't deliver.
Okay.
So there are examples not only in the public sector undertakings which are dealing with manufacturing and things like that, but also banking sector, like he gave example of. Even in education,
Yes.
if the job is considered to be secure, people take advantage of that. So, although there are procedures well defined in public sector organizations, whether in the manufacturing industry or education or banking and others, we should consider this aspect that if you are not performing,
Hmm.
then we must set standards like Dhyan. You would know that out in the 100 years history of the University of Delhi, it happened only once that an honorable vice chancellor was not allowed to continue just because of the performance aspect of it, that the
Yes.
appointments were not being made and so on and so forth. The teachers of the University of Delhi have been terminated because of non-performance or bad performance or disciplinary aspects of it in this tenure of the current vice chancellor that we are going through. And around 5,000 appointments have been made after that when the previous vice chancellor left. So, and this has happened in the 100 years history of University of Delhi for the first time, that in any given tenure, any vice chancellor has been able to do the recruitment process for 5,000 plus employees, and those who are not performing, then they are being asked for that. Also, is a new culture that is being developed in University of Delhi, that every principal is being asked to ensure that all classes are held and so on and so forth. So there is a cultural shift what you are actually asking for or looking for, that it is the taxpayers' money. If a student in Delhi University is getting, education in few thousand rupees, then the teacher are supposed to, those who are getting salary from the exchequer's money, they are supposed to come to the class and teach. Similarly for the banks and similarly for the other public sector undertakings, it is a responsibility of the employees to make it more efficiently run organization so that profitability is increased. What Narottam is trying to bring on the table is the other aspect of it, that not everything, like he gave the example of railways, that the losses that Indian Railways make is on the passenger segment when they take people on board. There, it is just to subsidize your travel in the train. Otherwise, it would add to the inflation and so on and so forth. It's more about inclusive model of growth. Same is the case of fee structure of students of the University of Delhi kind of organizations, where it is still 15 rupees tuition fees, which was in 1960 also 15 rupees tuition fees for UG, and
Yes, sir.
18 rupees tuition fees for PG courses per month is the fees still there. So it is important also from the point of view of the government to ensure that or there is a lobby, you can say, which says that it is the responsibility of the government to provide education, it is the responsibility of the government to provide health care, and so on and so forth. So government hospitals are loaded with patients, and there are other private sector hospitals which are like five-star hotels. So there is a difference in the infrastructure which is being made available in the government hospital, but the kind of quality of doctors which are available in the government hospital is entirely different. So if you know someone in a government hospital, you still prefer to go to
In the
a government
government hospital,
hospital,
sir.
because the kind of money making is which is there, whether you need operation or not, you will be advised of operation in a in a private sector hospital. So the greed of earning money is also something, a phenomena which needs to be checked in the private sector. Otherwise, it becomes very alarming that, particularly in the healthcare, I have given you examples. You don't need operation, but you will be operated, and the situation will be created if you don't get it operated soon, you will die, and so on and so forth. Those kind of examples have also come. So both sides have their own merits and demerits. If we tilt too much on one side, then there is a problem. So balance, as we say, for human being is important. Similarly, balance is required for this public and private sector enterprises as well.
Yes, sir.
तो बेसिकली आज के दिन में जो है एक कंसर्न क्रिएट हो रहा है, particularly when we all are basically interested to see, willing to see India as a developed country, or India has decided to be developed by the year 1947. And उस केस में जो अभी कंसर्न आया कि जो पब्लिक सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस एंड प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, सो दोनों का रोल जो है उसमें अभी कंसर्न क्रिएट कर रहा है. प्राइवेट सेक्टर जैसे सर्टेनली हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर्स हो गया जहां पे, या रेलवेज हो गया जहां पे पीपल सेंट्रिक अप्रोच है जो किया जाता है, और those things are basically well needed. But when we talk in terms of business, in terms of revenue generation, in terms of profitability, so in that case, if you talk in terms of, you are already in the public sector organization, so decision making is definitely comparatively in the hand of bureaucrats, or sometimes in the health of political leader, compared to private sector where individual can instantaneously make decisions and take the appropriate action. तो ये चीजें तो है, but existence of public sector and private sector equally important है. और मेरे ख्याल से इसमें आपका जो कथन है कि हम ओनली बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स ऐसे बनाते हैं BHEL में जो डेफिनेटली वी कैन नॉट इन फैक्ट गेट इंपोर्टेड फ्रॉम अब्रॉड, एंड एट द सेम टाइम्स उसका हमारे लिए खास महत्व है. तो ये आपने बहुत अच्छा इसके बारे में जानकारी दी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू सर. यस सर.
अभी जैसे बेसिकली जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, इतनी सारी चीजें उन्होंने देखा है, करना है. सो जो कंपटीशन की बात हम कर रहे हैं कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर में कंपटीशन बढ़ गया, is that type of some sort of pressure is there in public sector also? As a HR, you can very well feel that whether that pressure what is there in private sector is also in the public sector, got transformed to public sector also. ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
Yes sir, culturally it is evolving towards that end only. If you go by the newspaper reports itself, BHL is having almost 2 lakh crore rupees order book right now that needs to be completed in 4-5 years. There's a deadline also that you need to deliver this product by this date. So it is, the entire order book is more than the GDP of many nations, sir.
एक क्वेश्चन इसी में है कि मैं इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स में देख रहा था कि बीएचईएल के पास जो ऑर्डर बुक है वो टाइम से डिलीवर नहीं हो पाता, इसके क्या कारण हो सकते हैं एक्चुअली?
There are many reasons for it.
जी।
एक
आप
और है, इसमें एक क्वेश्चन और है
Yes, sir.
कि जो मेट्रो रेल है दिल्ली में जो बनी,
Yes, sir.
Metro Rail has proved to be a role model for delivering, committed timeline-based things. Like whatever was the date of launch of a particular track, the trains would run on metro on those tracks. They have always, as far as I remember, beaten the deadline, and they have done it before the deadline.
Yes.
So in this country itself, we have a public sector undertaking, although it is with the Japanese support, if I know correctly. You can update if I'm wrong. So they are known for delivering on time and so on and so forth. Maybe that it is influenced from that side, but there is an organization culture, and largely it is attributed to the founder, MD of the organization. उनका उनका नाम बहुत लिया जाता है इसमें, कि उनकी वजह से मेट्रो जो है वो इतना बढ़िया डिलीवर कर पाई। और उन्होंने शुरू में कंडीशन रखी थी कि कोर्ट बीच में इंटरवीन नहीं करेगा अगर ये जो है कहीं रास्ते में किसी ने कोर्ट में केस डाला, ये जमीन वो जमीन ये वो, ये सब नहीं होगा जो है। तो जैसे रोड बनाने में स्पीड आई है, नेशनल लेवल पे जो है नेशनल हाईवे अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया ने भी एक रोल मॉडल प्रेजेंट किया है अभी पब्लिक सेक्टर वर्क के उस एस्पेक्ट में, कि उन्होंने कितने मल्टीपल टाइम्स पर डे ऑफ रोड मेकिंग शुरू किया, और क्वालिटी ऑफ रोड्स भी हम लोगों को, जब हम लोग ट्रैवल करते हैं तो हमें अच्छा लगता है। ये दो एग्जांपल मुझे ध्यान में आ रहे हैं अभी, दोनों ही ट्रांसपोर्ट से संबंधित हैं, और एक रोड से संबंधित है और एक मेट्रो से संबंधित है। और दोनों ने ही प्रूव किया है कि टाइमलाइन को बीट किया जा सकता है, जो हम टाइमलाइन देते हैं उससे अच्छा किया जा सकता है। इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में डॉक्टर सत्येंद्र ने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है, नाउ यू कैन आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन। आई हैव क्रिएटेड ए न्यू कॉन्टेक्स्ट फॉर यू
Yes,
फॉर द
sir.
सेम क्वेश्चन।
Sir, interestingly, Metro is manufactured also by a PSU, BEML in India, Bharat Earth Movers Limited. It is under Ministry of Defense in partnership with Mitsubishi, and they are making it.
वेरी गुड।
And the first metro in India was made indigenously by BHEL. It is running in Calcutta till now. So this is similarly.
That is known as tram, I think.
No,
Tram.
sir. Metro.
Metro.
The Calcutta
Okay.
Metro was started before Delhi Metro, and the coaches, the entire track, this entire wagon was made by BHEL.
Okay, good.
So, but for the organizational, if BHEL would have sustained in that business, the 2000, post 2005, like what we are having in power sector right now, that we are having too many orders. 2005, there were too many orders that have been piled up for BHEL. So BHEL had not gone into that perspective, and it was given to a BML. At that time, the BML's records were not good, financial records, but it sustained. It made the entire thing. It started making a new thing. So this nowhere taking into the sir, what sir was saying, that BHEL entire thing, he was saying ki we are not able to deliver in time. Sir, timelines are made shorter in comparative to private sector also, that we need to make this deadlines shorter. This is one more additional perspective which we normally do in PSUs, that if the demand would be in next 10 years we need to do, we would say in next 5 years you need to do. So rather than 10, it would be delivered in 6 or 7.
Okay.
So what we have written, you need to do it in 5 years. It came into 7. But planning was made that it needs to be completed in 10. So at times this also happens. There are many lacuna, what sir was saying. Presently, this MSME rule, which we remember, many of the faculties would be remembering, that 45 days payment rule, that we need to make payment in 45 days. BHL has been using it since many, what I remember, last 5-6 years. That first we give preference to MSME. Even if they don't have technology, we would give them technology, we would help them to make themselves. And these PSUs have been building nation in this way since 1960s and 70s. The entire Maruti ancillaries are what we have presently in Bhiwadi, Manesar, Dharuheda. This entire belt, if we travel towards Jaipur, this entire setup was made for a PSU Maruti at that time, Maruti Udyog Limited, and the ancillaries. Yeah, there may be some lacuna. They would be a bit slow. But what we are developing is ancillaries. Now, today, the entire thing is being indigenously made. If we go that we are going to make everything in our shop, we would be only thing that would be making it. Leave the cost part, leave other things. It won't lead to development of an industry as a whole. And interestingly, BHEL's competitor is L&T. And bitter truth is, it do not stand near BHEL when it comes to orders, taking orders.
True.
There would be two less if you go with the last 2 years orders that are being taken by BHEL and by L&T. You would see in most of the cases in competitive international bid, BHEL is taking at the
BHL.
lowest. BHEL is taking the price. They are international bids. So they may be making business at loss, but there may be a strategy at the government level to make the business at loss.
So thank you, Narottam Kumar sir, for elaborating the details, the minor even intricacies about everything in PSUs, and I think you have replied all the reply detailed about all questions put in front of you, and I hope the all stakeholders who might have be present over here might have got benefited out of your this vast knowledge and experience. So I think time is up, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, there is one
So
thing what I would recommend everyone to, before joining BHL, I hadn't gone through that book, but I had heard many times from many people. But people can go through it, have a one-time reading for that book, and they would have a different perspective of how a PSU works, how trade union works, how leadership works, and how a nation building happens. The book is at the helm. It's autobiography. So that's what I can say, sir, till now. Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
good
Thank
to
you for
know. It's
recommending
good to
the
know that you are so much strong believer that your company is doing well and you are doing well and so on and so forth. So it's
Yes.
good to witness that. Yes, it is such people who make the organization. You need a critical mass of enlightened citizens, as we say, enlightened company employees who actually make it well, the company do well.
Yes,
And the
sir.
concerns what Dhyanpal Singh Chauhan raised are being dealt by such people only, not only in the manufacturing sector, but other sectors, as I mentioned.
Yes,
There
sir.
are some people who always become the torch bearers of those organizations to lead those organizations and bring them to glory for not only that company, but for the nation as well.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
thank you. Thank you. Now
Thank
I
you,
hand
sir.
over this to host section.
Okay. Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, how many hours a day did you consistently dedicated to your preparation while you are working together cracking for JRF?
Ma'am, being in teaching, I was ever learning. So I can't say that this is a dedicated aspect and this is not a dedicated. It was a learning process. I gone through it.
Okay.
And saying that I was studying 7 hours is not a thing I can say, or 5 hours. Whenever I was teaching, also I was learning. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Now it's time to deliver vote of thanks on the behalf of entire DSPSR family. Our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed guest, Mr. Narottam Kumar. Your session was very interactive and informative, sir. Your valuable insight will definitely guide many of our young generation and future leader of our country. It was really a very inspiring session for every participants who are presented here. Us and special thanks to Professor Satyendra Kumar sir
Thank you.
for his excellence role as moderator. Your thoughtful session, questions, and seamless flow kept the session engaging and well conducted. Your efforts added great value to the interaction, as well as a heartfelt thanks to Shri Dhyan P.S. Chauhan sir to give his valuable time for everyday session. DSPS Aryans always be grateful for the same, sir. We are also express our sincere, heartfelt thanks to our respected President Sir, Professor Ajay Kumar Sir, for his visionary leadership for launching the unique concept of this leadership program at DSPSR. And thanks to all the participants being with us for your active engagement during the question answer session. Your presence and enthusiasm made this session truly interactive and meaningful. And last but not least, heartfelt thanks to organizing and IT team for their hard work behind the scene as a silent motivator in making this event successful. Thank you once again and wishing everyone happy, healthy and blessed life. We DSPS Aryan always be grateful Mr. Narottam Kumar and Professor Satyendra Kumar sir for give your valuable time. Thank you sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am. Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good
Thank
day.
you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Narottam
sir.
ji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. The
Yes.
host can
Pranam,
stop
sir.
the
Namaskar.
recording.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
The host may close.